Good morning, everybody. I am Mrs. Dillon, and we are going to have our book talk today on Otter by Katherine Applegate. Otter is a fictional character who is based on the real-life otter who was rescued and rehabilitated in an aquarium and then set free in Monterey Bay off of the coast of California, not one, but 2 times. The main characters in the story are Otter, Carrie, Otter's friend, Woo, Otter's mother, and Holly and Grace, who are longtime aquarium residents. So I would like to say thank you, and I would like to welcome all of our kids, talking book talk kids, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so when you picked up this book, what was the first thing that you noticed about the writing style? Go ahead, Ashlyn.
That it's not like a usual book where it's just in like one whole, I can't pronounce. Like it's not in like a bunch of rows. It's just like in like a poem.
Yeah. Did that make you want to read the book more or less? Did it matter?
No, it was just a story and.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead. In the back row?
So it was just like on some of the pages, it was just lines, like Ashlyn said, and it like made me want to read it more because like it was easier to read, and you wouldn't lose your place if you were reading, because like you lose your place sometimes when there's too many words on the page that are small.
All right. Down.
It made me want to read it more because I thought it would be easier. So if I was trying to do something, like a chore or something, I could go back right to the place I was, because there's different lines, so you could just remember easily and find your place.
Katie?
It's like more like in like blocks and like stanzas. So I realized like it'd be like shorter, so it's not as thick as it looks.
Okay, good. All right. So Otter was described as being the queen of play. Why do you think knowing how to play is a talent for an otter? Okay. Go ahead. If you have a microphone, just pass it on.
Because it can help them like communicate with other otters and like help them like stay away from the dangerous parts and want to like play in the place they usually are, so they know that's where they're safe, and so they can have fun and they don't want to ever leave.
Okay. All right. Okay, go ahead. Back row.
So I think it's important because like they would memorize where they always play and like how far they can go, so like they stay away like from danger and like sharp objects and stuff that can get them hurt, and they may have experienced like they getting hurt, like because there may be like animals that like want to hurt them like past a point, so like they learn that they can only stay in like one area.
Okay. And go ahead.
They can make new friends and stay away from dangerous predators.
Okay. All right, do you want to go? Okay.
Playing could be like a second nature to the otters, and it could be something that they're required to do to make sure that they stay healthy, but also otters are known to be very playful creatures. So when they're playing, as someone else said, it could help them communicate and also to get free food from people.
Oh, yeah. Does it remind you of anybody in this room?
Me?
Yeah. Do kids like to play? Yeah. All right. So I know a lot of you had mentioned danger. What was Otter's mom? What did she remember about her mom telling her? Go. Okay, just pass it down, Colton.
Her mom told her to stay away from humans, stay away from sharks, stay away from pretty much everything that could hurt you.
Yeah. Go.
Stay away from everything that you don't know, and stay away from sharks and stay away from predators.
Yeah.
She also like told him to like not go up above the water and like on the shore and stuff, because she doesn't want him to get captured and be taken to like an aquarium or something. So she said like stay in your zone and stay away from things you don't know, and don't go up past the water like where you know.
Yeah, did Otter do that?
Otter did not do that.
Otter didn't do that, did she? All right, and that got her in a little bit of trouble, didn't it? Okay, so what did you find most surprising or interesting about maybe a couple of the characters in this story? Okay, go.
I think Otter was amazing because she survived this shark attack, and she survived after the storm. She was a baby.
All right.
Me?
Go. Yep.
I like Carrie because because she's like a mom, but she's a friend.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Otter was very probably like interested in things, and like what Lucy said, like her and her friend were going, and they saw a shark, and she survived it. She's very.
Okay. Pat, take a.
Otter might not have survived if it wasn't for Carrie, and Carrie wouldn't have survived if it wasn't for Otter.
Yeah.
So I found that very interesting.
All right, and what did we find out about great white sharks? What was something that we found about them? Go ahead, Scrum.
That they can be like really, really, really dangerous.
They can be. Yeah, what else? Anybody know what we found out about Libby?
There's something like a peace treaty between otters and sharks. Like the sharks just don't eat the otters, and when they do, they just spit them out.
And why is that?
Because I think because otters are just so fluffy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me.
Uh-huh.
The texture is super weird. Like if you were to eat something that you don't like the texture, you would have probably spit it out.
Do you want to say?
They don't taste like their seals, which they usually eat.
Yeah.
That's their usual meal.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. So they don't like the taste of them, but do they accidentally eat them every once in a while? Yeah, and that's not good for anybody, is it? All right. So what do you think that the author was trying to tell us about the life of an otter? Okay, go.
That it can be like scary, but it could also be like really fun. But you do have to stay away from danger, like normal humans.
Yeah.
So like when I read that story, I like connected it that otters have to stay away from like things that we as humans have to too.
Okay.
And like they, like if you were an otter, it would be fun, but it could also be very dangerous because you could get captured and stuff.
Okay. Go.
I think that the meaning of otters' lives have good and bad things happening, but in the good times, it would probably be very fun to be one.
Mm-hmm.
I think the author was trying to tell us that otters, they kind of set an example for us to know how to, you should kind of be cautious around things that you don't know about, but also kind of have fun with life and kind of relax a bit, and you don't have to be that cautious person all the time, and you can just have fun and play.
Okay. All right. Go. Hang on.
Being an otter is hard, but it's also really fun, and humans do try to help you if you're an otter, but sometimes the otters don't understand that, and they don't understand what's going on, and they can get really freaked out.
Okay. All right.
Have fun, but stay out of trouble.
Mm.
But like you can have fun while being an otter, but you can also be really dangerous. It's like what Harper said. Like, you can't always be, like, what's the word? Like, you can't, like, always be safe doing it.
One thing we didn't really talk about is how they have to like groom to stay like alive.
Yeah.
The book talks about how for us grooming is kind of a small matter, but for otters it's like life or death.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad you brought that up. True. All right. So we are going to stop there. Did you guys enjoy the book? If you did, give me a thumbs up. And if you would recommend it to somebody, to one of your friends, yes? Yeah. Good. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Our next book talk is going to be in March, and it's going to be on The Curse on Spectacle Key. So if you haven't read it, come on in and check it out. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We are going to keep on reading.